So here is week 3 of the Apprentice Review 2018, and last week the teams had to create a comic and Khadija and Frank were the team leaders and the girls won, and in the boardroom Frank nominated Curran and David to join him in the firing line. And David was fired. This week the candidates had to create donuts to sell. They had to manufacture them and sell them, and the teams were mixed up. It was Jackie, Jasmine and Sarah Ann moving over to the boys, and then it was Daniel, Coyote and Alex moving over to the girls. And then they had to create their team names. I didn't exactly know what the team names are, but I'll find out and start to tell you about them. And so Tom was just on it, did votes for his decisions. He wasn't a very good team leader, and he wasn't very dominant. Yet Frank just kept getting overwhelmed trying to flip the donuts over. Their theme was making chili flavoured donuts, and it all just got rather overwhelmed. Frank was overwhelmed. And then there was Jackie, who messed up saying that their factory was brand new. And it wasn't brand new because it went on for 10 years. And yeah, so there we go. That was not a good start. And customers choked on the chili and chocolate, and when Frank tried it, he couldn't breathe. Then we have Camilla, who works in the nut business, and she was quite good, and Sabrina, the sub-team leader, they did have a quite stereotypical theme, which was British theme, and put tea leaves on them. So, bad news for the boardroom. Curran had broken his arm, apparently, arm wrestling that night before. So, yeah, that was a bit of bad luck. So, bad luck, Curran, and I thought he might have to quit, but he's not. He's got his casts, so I think he'll be having a cast throughout the rest of his time on The Apprentice. So, the winner of the team, because I'm just going to say, the name of the team leader here, because I don't know the team's names. It's no longer boys or girls, so it's going to be Camilla. Camilla's team was the winner, and their treat was doing ice ring on an ice ring, slow sliding down, something like that. And for the boardroom, Tom brought in Jasmine and Frank, which was really funny because we have 3 weeks and those 3 were the losing team leaders. So that was, to be honest, quite funny. And The one that was fired was Frank. Poor Frank. To be fair, I think there should have been. I think Tom should have went. So I think Tom pretty much just waylaid Frank. And I think the problem with Tom is because he's done nothing in 3 weeks. I can't really tell the difference between Tom and Rick because they both have beards and they've both been very quiet in the last 2 weeks, in the 2 weeks beforehand. But then I can tell the difference because Rick has a northern accent and Tom has a southern accent, so there you can tell the difference. Next week the candidates have done something to do with theatre. I do not know. I'm not particularly sure about it. But I'll see you next week. Bye.